Oh, we're starting? Shit. Where's the mic? Hi, I'm Ryan Silverman. I'm commentating today's game between Blue Jays and Rutgers. Blue Jays has the quad ball right now. Number 22, looking for that hoop. High contact from Rutgers there. Um, Blue Jays chaser on the far side with the quad ball right now. Passes it to chaser in the center lane. And that looks like it's, oh, Blue Jays is going to recover that. Being looked at by Rutgers 21. Blue Jays chaser is going to throw for a reset. Player is going to avoid the beat. Oh, player does not avoid the beat, and that is going to be Rutgers ball now. And I think Rutgers just scored there. I'm so sorry. I am a bit discombobulated at the moment. I also don't have a Blue Jays roster. I'll pull that up on my phone. I think we're gonna guess. I'll figure it out. So I will try to add to my spiel that is terrible. Something different. And the government generation is that. Um, all right, and we are back. Blue Jays has the quad ball. The score is 10-0. Rutgers in the lead after that goal they just scored. Um, Blue Jays is going to pass it off to the far side. Far side chaser back to the chaser up top. Chaser up top to chaser on the near side, who immediately gets beat, and that's going to be a great defensive stop there by that Rutgers beater. Rutgers keeper now looking for a fast break. It's going to be number 21. 21 is going to get stopped by Blue Jays, though. Oh, ball is out. Rutgers grabs a hold, and ref is going to stop play to discuss what just happened. Quad ball is being turned over to the ref right now. I think this will be a turnover to Blue Jays. Oh, no, Rutgers still has the ball. 21 goes for the shot, but that does not go in. There's a fight with a bunch of players battling for the ball right now. It looks like Blue Jays will ultimately win, though. Blue Jays 22, Chonga Kanoa has the ball. It's running to the hoop line on the near side. Is going to pass it to Chaser behind. Chaser behind looks for the hoop but gets beat out. These Rutgers beaters are really supporting their defense here, and they've not allowed Blue Jays to score at all this game. Rutgers is taking it up slowly. It's going to pass it to number 0, which is either Lee or Kona. There's two number zeros, so sorry. Number 0 is going to fake a pass and then pass it to, I believe that's Ing. Yeah, that's Ing. Ing is going to slowly take the quad ball up the far side of the pitch, being looked at by Chonga Kanoa. That is going to go back to, I'm going to guess Kona. Um, 21 on Rutgers. Brooks is going to run after that. It's going to get it off to 15. Ravella. And I think Ravella just fell out of bounds. So that is going to be a turnover to Chong Kanoa. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Wait, who's doing camel? Oh, it's all the way back there. All right, it looks like Rutgers is getting the inbound here. Oh, shoot. Oh, my life's a mess. Okay. We're still stopped. Play should resume soon though. Looks like Blue Jays is getting a yellow card here for contact from behind, I think I heard. All right. Number 15, Ravella, is going to pass it to Kona, maybe? Let's go to Ing. Ing is looking to drive here. Ing dodges a beat and puts it through the hoop. That's going to be another goal for Rutgers. The score is 20-0. I think this has been very surprising so far. If you read any online content, Blue Jays was definitely the favorite to win this pool. And I believe they lost to Harvard earlier. And now, I mean, we're pretty early into the game. It's too soon to tell. But Rutgers has taken an early lead here. Of course, 20 quad ball points is really nothing, really not that much to deal with. But Chong Kanoa, all right. Blue Jays is working the quad ball on the far side of the pitch, passes to Chang Kanoa. Chang Kanoa gets it in on the medium hoop, and that will be Blue Jays' first goal of the day. The score is now, wait, is it 20-0? I thought it's 2010, not 30-10. I believe it's 2010. All right, Ing with the ball for Rutgers. Ing passes the ball back. The quad ball's loose right now. Um, yeah, Blue Jays is going to take that. They're going to take it slow though, seeing that Rutgers has dodgeballs back. Okay. Wu is going to pass it to Ching Kanoa. Ching Kanoa is going to get a goal on the medium poop. Just like that, I think the score is tied 20-20. I just won't hold. All right. Number 0 with the ball is going to pass it to keeper 22, Thomas. Thomas back to number 0. Number 0 with the ball still. Looking to drive now. Gets beat. Passes it to Chaser behind. And Blue Jays will ultimately recover that. And Wu is slowly going to take that up the far side of the pitch right now. Um, Wu is inching closer and closer to the hoops and is now behind the hoops. Wu trying to get around Thomas here. And ultimately, Chang Kano is going to finish that off for another Blue Jays goal. I believe the score is 30-20. Let me double check with Quadball 1. It's showing 30-20. 30-20. Okay. Yeah, the score is 30-20. The scoreboard up there is wrong. It's 30-20, yeah. The scoreboard's wrong, but I don't have any way to tell them that. 30-20. 30-20 Blue Jays, yeah. So yeah, I think so far, Blue Jays is a team that very much relies on their athleticism. I really, from the film I've seen of them, I really like their defense. It's very tight knit, very difficult to get around. But their offense mainly comprises of trying to get drives and trying to get shots. I haven't seen many shots from them, but a lot of their drives have been shut down by these Rutgers big speeders. Meanwhile, I think Rutgers is very strong offensively. They're just very quick and make a ton of passes. And it looks like a Blue Jays player will be getting a yellow card. I think I heard making contact with a player without the ball. And I believe that's Slaybaugh in the box. This summer will go. I haven't got back to this. All right, and Rutgers is going to start with that quad ball now. Ing with the ball. Looks like we're going to see Thomas sneak behind hoops here. I'm sorry. Scory pass it to number 0. Double 0 is going to pass it to Thomas. Thomas back to double 0. Double 0 looking for a shot. It's going to pass it to Chaser by the medium hoop who gets beat. And that's going to be a turnover to Blue Jays. Blue Jays now looking to run. Although I'm sure they're going to stop because Rutgers does have a dodgeball back right now. So Wu has the ball for Blue Jays, is going to pass it back to Ching Kanoa. Chang Kanoa slowly approaching the hoops. Scory pass it right back to Wu, right back to Chang Kanoa. Chang Kanoa being looked at hard by Thomas here. Chang Kanoa, I think, really wants to make a shot here. It's gonna pass it back to Wu, who immediately gets beat. Chang Kanoa still has the ball, but nothing is happening here. Chang Kanoa goes for the drive on the top hoop and gets it. That's exactly what Blue Jays wants in this game. The score is now 40-30. Blue Jays in the lead. All right, Ing is bringing up the quad ball for this Rutgers team. Ing looking to make a pass, passes it to Thomas. Thomas to Kona. Kona goes for the shot, but it's going to get blocked by Blue Jays. We're going to see Wu make a fast break here, but oh my God, Ing takes Wu to the ground. Quad ball is on the ground. Thomas is fighting for it, gets it out, goes to Ing. Incredible stop there by Ing, and Ing is not done. Ing is looking for that fast break, and Ing gets put on the ground, passes it off to number 15, Rivella, and there seems to be a call on this play. Lots of energy right now. Great tackles by both teams to stop scoring. And that is going to be a turnover to Blue Jays, I believe. Blue Jays is going to pass it off to number 13. Sorry, number 15, um, Weiser. Weiser still with the ball on the far side of hoops, being looked at by Beater. Weiser goes for the shot, but it gets blocked by Kona. Ing is going after it, but Blue Jays has also got players in the game still. Ing will ultimately win the ball, though. And it looks like, unfortunately, Ing is going to have to take an injury sub here. Yeah, so the score is still 40-30. Um, it's very obvious that these teams are very close right now. I think Rutgers, if Rutgers wants to win this game, I think they really need to make sure that their beaters are ready to stop those drives because that seems to consistently be the way that Blue Jays is able to score goals. Um, and I think if Blue Jays wants to win this, I do think that they really are going to need to pass a little more around Rutgers. I think right now their strategy is trying to drive or take shots, and Rutgers Rutgers chasers are doing a very good job covering those hoops. Yeah, Thomas is going safely up the quad ball. We have a bit of a dodgeball skirmish there. Looks like Blue Jays was ultimately able to end up on top. Kona, Kona is slowly bringing up the quad ball right now. Kona fakes a shot. Kona still with the ball, going more towards the far side of the pitch here. Fakes another shot. Score passes to Chaser to Ravella, who immediately gets beat. Kona's going to fight for that ball though. Blue Jays is looking to make a fast break right now. And oh, Rutgers with the stop there, although there might be a call on that contact. Yeah, Leiser almost got that goal there. Um, Great potential tackle by Pachalski on Rutgers. We'll see if the refs let that stand, but clearly as that actually both this or the third. Well, I can figure it out. Yeah, that's really fine. No, I don't know. Not a this before we get this up. Thank you. I stopped recording this 30 point and walked or no. So, feel free to find a better frame, but it has to be the fonts. This is yeah, I'll recreate it with that. But it's for the yeah, yeah. Okay. I will report. Yeah, we've had a lot of long stoppages in this game. Um, yeah, our score our score is at 40-30 right now. It looks like Rutgers is going to have that quad ball. It's in Thomas's hands right now. A little close. Coaches in golf carts need to back away from the pitch. And players are being told to return back to their brooms. So we will restart soon. All right, Thomas is going to start with the ball. Blue Jays almost tries to go for the steal there, but doesn't ultimately. That's going to go to Pachowski behind hoops. Pachowski finds that medium hoop. I'm not sure if that was called good though. Pachowski might have been beat before there. Yeah, Blue Jays now with the quad ball after that. Wu's bringing it up on the far side of the pitch. Wu is going to pass it to Chang. Chang is going to go back to Wu. Wu is going to try to throw it to Chaser behind, but I think that's going to roll out of bounds. Yeah, that's going to be a Rutgers inbound there. Looks like we're going to see Pachalski inbound that for us. Oh, just kidding. It's going to be Thomas. Yeah, the Rutgers sideline is yelling that Blue Jays currently has no dodgeballs in the game. Rutgers is looking to fast break. Thomas is going to pass it to Pachalski. Pachalski still has it, passes it back to Thomas. Thomas goes for the shot, but I believe that um Shane Kanoa is the one who is able to block that for the Blue Jays team. Yeah, Wu's going to have this quad ball here. Wu trying to get around Thomas. Scory pass it to Leiser. Leiser's behind hoops right now. Not really moving much, being threatened by a beater. Fakes a shot. Is going to pass it to Chaser on the far side of the pitch. Chaser on the far side, back to Leiser. Leiser's going to throw it up to Chang Kanoa. Wu goes for the dunk but misses it. And Thomas is going to get that for Rutgers. Great tackle there by that Rutgers chaser to stop that scoring. All right. All right. There's no call on the play. Thomas is going to start with the quad ball here for Rutgers. Thomas is going to pass it off to number 57. Number 67 on Rutgers. I don't have their name, unfortunately. Wu, I think, just picked that up, is looking for the fast break, dodges a beat, and Wu is going to get another goal for Blue Jays. The score is now 50-30. Blue Jays with a 2-point lead. I think this is the largest lead they've had in this game. Um, yeah, these teams seem very evenly matched. Rutgers did score the first two uncontested, but at this point, it's now Blue Jays that has the 2-point lead. I think that's Kowalski. I think that the number is wrong on my sheet with the quad ball for Rutgers right now. Kowalski. Yeah, Kowalski has the ball, looking to run. Kowalski is going to pass it back to Thomas. Sorry, to Brooks. And Blue Jays is ultimately going to win that quad ball. Yeah, it looks like we have number 17, Keen, on Blue Jays bringing it up. Peen is going to pass it to, I think that's Chang Kanoa. Yeah, that's Chang Kanoa. Chang Kanoa is going to go for the shot. Blue Jays chaser is going to recover from behind. Chang Kanoa with the ball, goes for the drive, and it's going to miss. I think Oh, it's a bit of a shuffle for who's going to get this quad ball here. It's really anyone's. Okay. It seems like ultimately, I think that's Thomas that ended with the quad ball. There might be a call on this play, though. All right, play is going to resume. Keeper for Rutgers is going to bring up the quad ball. Yeah, Thomas with the ball, passes it off to Zito. Zito, looking to get around the Blue Jays keeper, is going to pass it off to, I think that's Lee. Zito's going to catch that, go for the shot, but I think Blue Jays ultimately is able to deflect it. Chain Kanoa is going to start with the ball for Blue Jays here. Is going to pass it back to, I think, Peen. Yeah, that's Peen. Peen standing up top, not really moving right now. Okay. Pass to Chain Kanoa. Chain Kanoa. You can see Blue Jays, they really just want to look for this drive here. They're waiting for their beaters to make something to happen. Chain Kanoa fakes a pass, but ultimately passes it to Peen. Peen goes for a shot on. There's going to be a stoppage of play here. I'm not quite sure if that goal was counted as good or not. That might be what the refs are discussing right now. If that goal is good, it it would bring the score to 60-30 with Blue Jays in the lead. And the goal is called off. It was called beat before according to the ref. So the score will remain at 50-30. Blue Jays still has a 2-point lead. Thomas is going to pass that ball off to Rutgers chaser up top. The Rutgers chaser up top is going to pass it behind to Thomas. Thomas getting pressured by Blue Jays chaser. Oh, and the field's going crazy. I didn't quite see what happened there. We'll let the ref sort that one out. All right. Play is going to resume. Um, Blue Jays with the quad ball here. It's going to be in the hands of Shane Kanoa. Shane Kanoa is going to pass it off to Peen. I don't think that's going to go in though. Um, that is going to be an in. That ball went out of bounds. Thomas is going to inbound that ball for the Rutgers team. Thomas is going to pass that off to Ing, who's back in the game. Ing is going to have Zito on the near side. Um, looks like Thomas is going behind. Oh, Thomas is going for the far side wing, and Thomas has the ball there on that far side. Thomas back to Ing. Ing looking to drive here, passes it, goes for the pass, but Blue Jays is ultimately going to deflect that. Peen is going to bring that up for Blue Jays here. Peen looking on the far side of the pitch. Is that just going to be a goal there? Yeah, that was just the goal by Peen there. Yeah, that's what that's what Blue Jays is really looking for. And it looks like we have a potential flag here on Blue Jays according to the AR. Um, we'll have to wait and see. The score currently stands at 60-30, although if something comes of this card, then it could go back to 50-30. The score really hasn't changed that much in the game for a few minutes. Both teams have not really been able to score until this potential Blue Jays goal here. We'll see if the ref still calls it good, but I like pitch two better because you're so much closer when you're actually confident. Easier to see things. Wait a minute, am I on camera? I'm making certain, I guess. Oh, that one, that's not on. So, Right? Oh, is it cable glitch? I gotta steal that back here first. Yeah, it's all good. Current game time right now is 15:36. We've got a, a bit under 5 minutes until Flag Runner will enter the pitch here. Yeah, Rutgers is going to start with the quad ball here. Yeah, Rutgers is taking it slow. Looks like they're going to set up in a box of some kind potentially. Yeah, this looks like a box formation here. Ing going up the near side of the pitch is going to pass it back to Thomas. Thomas on the far side is going to pass it to Chaser behind, Zito. Blue Jays is going to catch that ultimately, though. And it looks like Shane Kanoa is looking for the fast break here. Ing is going to take Shane Kanoa to the ground, and that is going to be Rutgers' ball. Great stop there by Ing. Thomas now bringing up the quad ball. Good. Yeah, and we're going to have an injury stoppage here. Yeah, I mean, I think if Rutgers wants to get the lead back in the game, they need more plays like that. They need to stop those fast breaks by Blue Jays because that is the main way that they're scoring. Yeah, the score sits at 60-30 right now. Blue Jays in the lead. All right, yeah, players are being called to their bench right now. Seems like we'll have a bit of a stoppage here. So yeah, we are at 16:20 at this point. We're inching closer and closer to that flag runner on pitch. Um, I'm trying to, yeah, I'm not sure who this flag runner is. You can probably see them towards the back near the scoreboard. Um, but yeah, we'll get to see the teams go after them in a few minutes of game time. All right, yeah, I think injured player was Shane Kanoa. They've been escorted off the field. Things seem okay, and we should be able to resume play soon. All right, and we are back. Play has resumed. Thomas has the quad ball for Rutgers here. Thomas is going to have Zito on the far side, Ing on the near side. And I think that's Lee behind hoops. Quad ball is going to shoot up into the air. That's going to be a turnover to Blue Jays. Blue Jays Wu is running for the fast break. That is going to be a goal on that small hoop made by Wu. That Blue Jays is going to extend their lead. The score now being 70-30. Ing slowly bringing up the ball for Rutgers here after that fast break. Rutgers really needs to find a way to score here. Um, as I said, Blue Jays has a really disciplined defense. I think that a lot of good passes is going to need to be made by Rutgers in order to score here. And unfortunately, that's not what happens for Rutgers here. Blue Jays is going to get control over that. Um, Blue bringing up the quad ball slowly. And we're going to have a stoppage as the hoops as Rutgers hoops gets put back up. As Blue Jays enters their offense here. Wu is going to pass it off to I believe that was yeah, Wu was able to pass it off to Peen, and I think Peen's the one that scored that for Blue Jays here. Blue Jays is really starting to run away with this game. The score now being 80-30. Ing is bringing up this ball for Rutgers right now. Ing bringing it up the far side of the pitch. Has Thomas up top, and yeah, Ing is going to pass it to Thomas. Um, Thomas looking to see if they can get into the Blue Jays defense, passes it to Ing. Chaos has now ensued. Ing still with the ball, trying to get around Rutgers. Shaw is going to get blocked though. Ing picks it up again, and Blue Jays is ultimately going to catch that. Great stop by those Blue Jays defenders there. Um, Peen is going to go for the shot. I don't think that shot was good though. I'm not seeing any indication that that goal went in. Yeah, Thomas is going inbound that for Rutgers, so that was no good. I think that Blue Jays really could have been a lot more patient there. I don't think they needed to make that shot. I think they could have taken the time to make a good drive or even do a drive and dish. Looks like we have a new Rutgers chaser in the game, starting with the quad ball right now. Um, That's going to be Small. Small is going to pass it off to Brooks. Brooks working that far side of the pitch. Back to Small. Small looking to run through Blue Jays. Is unable to, though. Back to Brooks. Brooks with the high pass to Lee. Blue Jays is going to jump on that, though. And that's going to be a turnover to Blue Jays. Wu is looking to run now. Wu really wants the fast break. It's going to get past Lee. Wu goes for the shot. Does not go in. I think that was Peen that tried to recover that, but the hoop was knocked over. We might see a call here on Rutgers for that. So sorry, that's not Peen. That's Lisa that almost got a goal there. Yeah, at this point, if Blue Jays is ultimately able to get this goal here, they'll be in a very comfortable position going into flag runner on pitch. The flag is worth 35 points, which is significant, but um, with the score now being 90-30, um, Blue Jays lead is already twice that flag running, twice what the flag is worth. All right, and it looks like Blue Jays is going to be able to restart with the quad ball here. Oh, just kidding. Sorry, Rutgers has the quad ball in the hands of Brooks. Brooks bringing up the ball slowly. Looks like Small's going for that near side of the pitch. We got a chaser on the far side. I think that's Kona. Kona with the ball, slowly pressing into the hoops, goes for the shot, but it's going to get blocked and then jumped on by Blue Jays. And I think we've hit the 20-minute mark at this point. So yeah, we're at 20 minutes. Flag runner's about to come out. The current score sits at 80-30. Blue Jays with a 5-point lead here. 5 points is quite a bit. At this point, I would put the favorites. My favorite for this game would be Blue Jays. However, 5 points is not insurmountable, especially if Rutgers is able to get a catch here on the flag runner. Um, if they can do that and get 2 goals, then this game will be tied. Um, yeah, with the score being 80-30, the set score will be 80 plus 60 or 140. So yeah, Blue Jays will need to score 6 or score 3 and catch the flag in order to win. Rutgers is going to have to do a little more than that, though. It's going to take them 110 points. So that's going to either be 11 goals or it's going to be 8 goals and a flag running catch. I think if Rutgers can get back into the rhythm that they started this game with, I do think they could pull away a win here. It would be very exciting to watch. As I said at the beginning, I think Blue Jays definitely seems to be considered the favorite to win this pool. So I think it'd be very fun to see a Rutgers upset here. I unfortunately don't really have much intel on the team seekers. I think I'm seeing number 17 for Rutgers, Mock, being their seeker. Go to see if I can take it. Just try. Okay, try. Just say we'll take a break. We're going to take a break now. Thank you. All right, we are back. Blue Jays Woo is going to start with the quad ball here. One of the dodgeballs is on the ground, instantly picked up by Blue Jays though. Wow, those dodgeballs are flying. Woo looking for a fast break here is going to find that small hoop, and that is going to be the first goal after flag running on pitch. Unfortunately, we do have an injury though. The score is 90-30, and yeah, and we're going to take a little bit of a break as we clear out this injury. So the injured player did get up on their own power, and we're going to resume play now. Ing is going to start with the quad ball for Rutgers right now. Ing bringing it up slowly. Ing has Kona on the far side. Looks like Small is working that near side, and it also has a chaser behind. Ing is going to pass it to Small. Small bobbles it, but is ultimately able to get it. Small back to Ing. This is going to be a reset use, but Ing is able to stop the ball before it rolls over the keeper line. Kona's going to have the ball on the far side of the pitch, and as you just saw on our flag running cam, Rutgers might have a potential catch in the hands of Mock. If this catch is called good, the score will go to 90-65, which will put Rutgers in a much better position to make a comeback here. I I feel like I only saw the end of the actually I don't think I saw the catch, so I can't really comment on if it looked clean or not, but you at home can decide that for yourselves. Yeah, I mean, a catch here would be very huge for Rutgers, but they're definitely still not out of the water with this catch. They would need to get three more goals. I do think that's possible, but I think that's going to require changing up their offense because it really has not been working for a while. I'm trying to think of the last time they scored a goal. I think it might have been the first 10 minutes of the game, honestly. Oh, and it looks like this catch is being called off. So Rutgers did not catch here. It looks like Blue Jays was able to get a stop in the quad ball game. Wu is running on that far side of the pitch. Wu's being met by Ing. Wu gets wrapped by Small, and I think Rutgers is ultimately going to win that. Yeah, Ing and Small did a very good job of shutting that down. And it looks like Ing is looking for a fast break of his own. And Ing is going to break the drought for Rutgers. The score is now 90-40. So yeah, it looks like Blue Jays seeker number 20, I think. Yeah, Haas is getting some alone time with the flag runner. In the quad ball game, Blue Jays is fighting to get the ball, but Ing is ultimately going to win the quad ball. Um, we have a stoppage right now. I'm not okay. Looks like nothing really happened during the stoppage. So yeah, I'm not really seeing Rutgers Seeker getting many opportunities with the flag runner here. Back to quad ball game though. Ing has the ball on the far side of the pitch. Ing being looked at by a Blue Jays chaser. Ing is trying to get around. Oh, and look at that. It looks like Mock once again has a flag in his hands. Um, last time this happened, the catch was called off. This time, who knows? Maybe they'll get it. And last time the catch last time there was a potential catch, the score was 90-30. Now it's 90-40. That would mean Rutgers only needs two more to tie. Oh, and the catch is good. The score is now 90-75. Blue Jays in the lead, but Rutgers only needing two to catch them up now. This is the closest that Rutgers has been to tying this game in a while, and we'll see if we can pull it off. Ing does have the quad ball right by Rutgers hoops right now. Um, and with a goal here, that would only be a 1 point differential between the teams. All right. Ing starting with the ball, not looking to drive right now, though. I think Ing really wants to set Rutgers up into a good half court. Kona now with the ball for Rutgers. Kona is going to pass it to Ing. Ing dodges a beat, looking for that medium hoop. I don't know if that went in or not. We're gonna have a stoppage here, maybe to discuss if that went in or not. This would be pretty huge for Rutgers, though. It would mean that they're only one behind Blue Jays. All right, yeah, I don't think that goal was called good. Blue Jays is going to start with the ball in the hands of Blue. Wu with the quad ball going up the far side of the pitch. Wu slowly going towards the hoops is going to pass it back to number 17. Number 17 back to Wu. Wu running behind hoops now. I think Wu really wants to drive here. Wu is going to make a long pass to Blue Jays chaser who's able to score. Let me see if I can get a number. That was a very good shot. I see a 3. I think that yeah, I'm sorry. I did not was not able to get who that was. Ing is bringing the ball up the far side of the pitch right now. Ing waiting for beaters to make something happen here. Ing's going to pass it off to Kona. Kona goes for the shot. It's going to be blocked by Wu. Wu looking to make a fast break right now. Ing's going to fall over while trying to stop Wu. And Wu is ultimately going to get the shot and a beautiful looking goal there. And there's going to be a stoppage. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're going to have another injury stoppage here. This might be a good time to go on break. All right, we are back. The injured player is off the field. Thomas is going to pass that off to Kona. Kona with the ball, working that near side of the pitch, is going to pass it to, sorry, to Brooks. And looks like Wu's looking to make a fast break. And that is going to be a goal for Blue Jays. The score is now 120 to 85. Um, Blue Jays only needs two more goals to put this game away. Brooks has the ball, is going to pass it to Kona. Kona looking at options, fakes a throw. Kona has, yeah, Kona's going to pass it up to Brooks. Brooks far pass to Pachalski. Pachalski's going to get beat. Blue Jays is going to pick that up. And I think Blue Jays is going to fast break here. Yep, there we go. That is going to be number 17 for Blue Jays with the fast break. And that goal is going to be scored by Peen. Blue Jays only needs one more goal to put this game away, with the score being 130 to 90. All right. Brooks with the ball on the near side is going to pass it to Kona. Kona with the ball, looking for options here. Fakes a throw, fakes another throw. Kona's going to pass it to Chaser on the far side. Chaser on the far side to Pachalski. Pachalski to Brooks. And Brooks is going to get a goal for Rutgers here. The score is now 130 to 105, although there's a stoppage here, so. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the stoppage is for. Yeah, it looks like 21 for 21 for Blue Jays is going to get a yellow card, but the penalty time will be negated by the goal. Wait, was there a goal? Okay, it looks like there wasn't a goal then. I'm not, I'm a little confused because scoreboard isn't updating right now. Yeah, the refs are still talking, so. All right, and play is now resuming. Blues going to pick up that quad ball. Blue Jays only needs one more to win this game. The score is 130 to 95. Blue Jays really likes their fast breaks, and they're definitely not as well equipped to score in the half court. Um, we'll see if they can do that though, because this will end the game with a win for them. Peen has the ball, goes for the shot, and shot is called no good. That is going to be inbounded by Rutgers. Rutgers with another chance to score here. So yeah, Brooks is going to bring that ball up the far side of the pitch, is going to pass it to Kona. Kona up top, guarded by a Rutgers beater. Kona looking for a shot. Kona about to get beat, throws the ball, but Blue Jays almost is able to pick it up, and there Wu goes. Wu's looking for that fast break, but sees the beater, and that will not be the end of the game quite yet. Wu now fast breaking once again, is going to get beat. Kona's going to pick that up, pass it off to Brooks, and that's going to be a great defensive stop by Rutgers here. Blue Jays is so close to winning, but Rutgers is just refusing them the opportunity. This defense by Rutgers has been amazing. And we're going to have a stoppage of play for injury. And if it's okay, I think we should take a break. Yeah. All right, injured players off the field. They seem okay. We're going to resume this game. Yep, we're going to remount. Yeah, Rutgers has the quad ball. Brooks with the ball. Brooks looking to make a fast break. I think Brooks got beat out. Wu's going to dodge a beat. Doesn't dodge the second beat, though. Rutgers is going to get the quad ball. Kona is looking to make a fast break, it seems like. Kona passes it off to Pachalski. Pachalski loses the ball. Blue Jays is going to get the ball here. Oh, it's going to be a Rutgers inbound, actually. Looks like Kona's going to inbound it. Although Kona's guarded by a beater. Sorry, it's being looked at by a beater from Blue Jays. And Blue Jays number 28, um, Franco Villa is really going to do a good job making sure that Blue Jays is able to win that quad ball. Wu bringing up the quad ball slowly, scoring pass it off to Peen. Peen is going to get beat, and Brooks is looking to make a run here. Brooks is being looked at by Wu though. Brooks gets it in on the top hoop. Oh, does not get in on the top hoop. And Wu is going to. Okay. Well, Wu was about to do something, but the field lights have just turned off. I don't know what's gonna happen now. I don't think this game can continue in darkness, unfortunately. I'm very sorry for all of you at home. Um, yeah, we'll get back to you on what's gonna happen here. Yeah, it's 10. I think that we might just be gone for today. I'm so sorry, guys. Um, this was an interesting game. It did seem like Rutgers might have was about to make a comeback here. Like they were not letting Blue Jays score, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm Ryan Silverman. I'm logging off on presuming.
This is Goldman, Michael Goldman, just giving a quick update about what has happened. The lights came off. After the lights came off, the game was suspended like normal. However, at that point, Rutgers has agreed to concede. So this game is officially a Blue Jays victory. We will not be resuming it in the morning. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thanks for everyone who tuned in all day. We will see you again tomorrow with another full set of games, including bracket play for, I'm assuming, at least some game from all four of our divisions here.